die. Hey, will you give it to me? It seems what's left of my human side.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The I-5 Mad Hatter coming to you once again. This will be video number 24. So this is a shout out to all the new subscribers. Yep. Thank you for showing up, subscribing. Sorry about that bright shiny thing in the sky. That doesn't happen around here very often. Anyhow, nose ditched. Just wanted to come to you today about, some of the things that most folks are commenting on my videos. Some folks can't make it past number 4. Told you about that attention span. Try to keep them short. Try to keep them sweet. But dang it, guys. Come on. One feller complained about, I'm talking about how tough I am. So I wrote him a note back, said, well, if you don't think I'm so tough, why don't you come on down to the field and jump onto the field and see what I do? I'll show you how tough I am. Doesn't have anything to do about tough. Shh, I was raised in western Kansas. We had to be tough. Anyhow, I digress. A bunch of you folks are starting to really pick up the steam. I told you at 1,000 subscribers I'm going to give away an ounce of silver. At 100,000 subscribers, I'll think about giving away an ounce of gold. But that's a ways away from 80. 80 subscribers. I could be at 100,000 subscribers in about a month and a half if we kept on doubling on and doubling on. You know what I mean. 80 turns into 160, 160 turns into 320, 320 turns into 640, and so on and so forth until we've got, 100,000 subscribers. But I don't care about all that crap. Like I told you, I'm doing this stuff for free. And like I told you also, I'm not running for office, but if you elect me, I'll take the paycheck. I'll also throw some crap at people that never expected a good old cowboy that's neither a Democrat nor a Republican, the way it's supposed to be. I'm not a libertarian or any kind of Luciferian or anything like that. I don't claim to be a Catholic. I don't claim to be anything other than a normal everyday man just looking for his grandchildren and his great-grandchildren to survive this coming ice age. Sorry about that. Nose need to be cleared. In the meantime, I just want you folks to understand that the Mad Hatter is mad about a lot of things. The number one thing I'm mad about is our government lying to us. Flat out, bull-faced lying to us. Gotta put the Sunjama glasses on. Bull-faced lying to us about everything. Here just a couple of 3 or 4 days ago, we had this horrible shooting down in Florida. I'm still waiting to see some videos from the school. Just like I'm waiting to see videos from Las Vegas. Come on, folks. These places have video cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Where's the videos? Where's the goddamn videos, Sheriff Israel? By the way, I started a hashtag on your stupid ass. You and your cowardly Mr. Lyons called your deputies. You know what they say? The deputies are an exact fucking reflection of the sheriff himself. So what kind of pussy are you, Sheriff Israel? Kind of funny how his name's Israel, isn't it? Kind of funny how Israel is telling us all what to do here in America instead of the other way around. And I'm not talking the funny ha-ha kind of funny. funny. I'm talking about funny, bad funny. Funny, crazy funny. They're talking about, oh, we need more powers so we can go into somebody that acts crazy so we can take their weapons. Blah, blah, blah. Well, shit, man, I match the description of somebody crazy, but you ain't coming to take my weapons. You'll take them out of my cold, dead, bleeding fingers, you sons of bitches. I'm telling you that right now. In the meantime, I'm staring into this bright, shiny thing. That doesn't happen up here in the Northwest very often. In the meantime, folks, I just got to say this one little thing. We're being duped. We're being lied to. And until such time somebody can prove me otherwise, well, I'm just going to have to go back to what JFK said. There's some secret societies out there. And those secret societies are nefarious. Nefarious as all get out. So, you know, guys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, show me the other way. I've been looking for a dozen years now. Well, actually, I've been looking since 1990. Since I went overseas and fought a war called Desert Storm. It wasn't very long, didn't last very long, and that was under George H.W. Bush, Herbert Walker Bush. Herbert. That son of a bitch. He was all about the pocketbook. He was all about the oil and the gas that he was going to thieve from Kuwait and Iraq. Well, you know, it comes down to this. And I'll be back and tell you what it comes down to. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, George H.W. Bush. His little dumbass son that couldn't freaking put three words together without like a total flipping idiot. Sounding like a total idiot and being it's the same thing in their family. Yeah, so George H.W. Bush. You know those folks are related to the Anheuser-Busch family from Germany? And H.W. Bush's pappy supported the Nazis. And then, instead of putting them all on trial and putting them in prison for the rest of their lives for war crimes, they brought them all here. Yep. All their great scientists, all their great minds, they brought them here. And guess what they went and did? Well, they got into our government. Their kids and their grandkids got into our government. And here we are, folks. We are the Nazis. Yep. I might get taken off of YouTube for this one, but I don't agree with the Democrats. I don't agree with the Republicans. I don't agree with any of them dipshits that are attempting to run our government. They don't know how to run our government. Besides, they don't even know how to read the Constitution. And on top of that, the Constitution doesn't exist anymore. It hasn't existed since the Act of 1871. If you don't know what the Act of 1871 is, well, go look it up. Go read that son of a gun. Go read it. Oh, I tell you, man, when you're awoke, man. Your eyes are opened. It's kind of like Paul said on the road to Damascus. Scales have been removed from my eyes, and I see this world the way it should be seen. Yep. It ain't about seeing Christ. It's about seeing the Christ. It's about seeing the higher power for what the higher power is. Yep. I don't claim to be a Christian. Nope. I don't, because Christ, he flat said, call no one your father. Call no man on this earth your father. Not even Christ. Therefore, I'm not going to call the Pope father shit. I'm not going to call a priest father shit. I was supposed to be a priest, folks. Oh my goodness gracious. I tell you, when it comes right down to it, I haven't been to church in 16 years. Nope. I don't trust anybody that goes to church every Sunday. Because I look at those folks that go to church every Sunday as they don't believe that God's there. They keep going to church to see if he lied. God's there. He doesn't need a building. He doesn't need some bald-headed, bearded bastard in a fancy robe to get up there and say, our father beats your father in dominoes, and hold his fingers like this. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I'm kind of rambling on about a whole bunch of things, but George H.W. Bush, he was a director of the CIA. He ran as vice president for Mr. Reagan. Then he attempted to have him killed so he could become president. Didn't work, did it, Mr. H.W.? Yep. And then I had to serve as a United States Marine for a year for Mr. Reagan. And then I served a bunch of years for Mr. H.W. Mr. H.W. is a lying coward. Said we were going over there to kick the Iraqis out of Kuwait after a whole bunch of bullshit propaganda that the CIA put out. It was a lie. We went over there to get the oil. They went over there to force the Iraqis into the centralized banking system called the cabal of the bankers. You run out of London, England. And now there's 3 countries on this planet. 3 countries on this planet have not fallen to the will of the central bankers. Want to know who they are? You've probably heard it before if you're on my channel and you're looking for other resources. But I'll tell you who they are. It's North Korea, Syria, and Iran. Folks, our world is ran by 3 city-states. If you don't know this, I've said it before in another video. It's the Rome of Italy, the papacy, London of England, the bankers, and Washington, the District of Criminals, the military. You don't have to believe me. Go look that shit up for yourself. In the meantime, I don't give a shit. It's what y'all think. Yep, I'm gonna have a beer. Deal with it. It's Sunday night. I got a long week ahead of me. So here's to all you boys, all you girls out there that are still in the United States military. May you come home safely. May you come home proud and understand that your oath to the original Constitution, the organic, real Constitution of the Republic of the United States, still holds true. You were just duped into taking an oath to defend the government from the District of Criminals. And I'll say that again, the government from the District of Criminals. All of them are criminals. All of the mother sons of bitches out there in Washington, the District of Criminals, are criminals. So here's to you, my brothers and sisters, my young ones. May you come home safely. In the meantime, oh, that's good. In the meantime, start looking some of this stuff up. Don't believe me, just like my buddy William Cooper. What a great guy. I remember meeting him back in 1986. What a great guy. That was before he wrote his book. Yeah, I smoked too. Thank you, Marine Corps. Yeah, I smoked too. Only way you could get a break in the Marine Corps is go out and smoke, Doc. Well, if you weren't smoking, the captain would call you on it, and you better have a cigarette in your hand. Well, one thing leads to another. You start smoking that dang cigarette, then one thing leads to another. It's 40 years later, and you're still smoking. Yep, they ought to put a warning on a pack of cigarettes. Giving me crap about my smoking could be hazardous to your health. Anyhow, I digress. So, getting back to this George H.W. Bush and the Clinton family and, George W. Bush. What a little pissant, man. I'd knock his teeth right the hell out of his head. Let alone George Washington, the first sumbitch. Yeah, well, he wasn't the first president. He's just the first recognized president. There was like 8, 9 more before him. Yeah, go look that shit up. They didn't teach us that in school either. Well, what I'm getting at, folks, is these people, they're in a club, and neither one of you or I are in that club. First, we ain't got enough money. 2, we ain't related to the right folks. 3, well, we're peaceful people. They're not. The Bush family is a warmongering family. They just want to see people dead. They want to go over and kill brown people in the desert, of which I signed up to go do so. And it makes me sick to my stomach because I've met some really cool brown people from the deserts. People that don't want to kill me. But there are a whole lot of people that are pissed off at our country. And I'm one of them. I'm pissed off at this country. Because we're all a bunch of asleep sheep. Till President Trump proves that he's not part of the inside elitist group of people by arresting those elitist group of people, putting them in shackles and holding them on war crimes, to and include W. Bush, Billy and Hillary Clinton, to and include Mueller, what the frick ever his name is, to and include any and all of the idiots in the CIA, the Clown Investigation Association. Until he starts arresting these people and putting them in prison, he's just another one of them. Just another one of them. Folks, I'm tired of them. I'm not calling for an uprising or a civil war or any stuff like that. I will never call for that, because that means people going to die. Lots and lots of people are going to die. There's going to be blood running in the streets because of stupid people that don't know better. What I am calling for is for all of you to come out of her, the church. Come out of her. Christ said it. My people need to come out of her. My people who know that there's a higher power, that knows that there's better than what there is that we're seeing. We need to come out of her and stop funding her. And the her is the Vatican. I did it several years ago and joined a Protestant church, you know, one of these little evangelical churches, and played drums and had praise teams and bands and blah, 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 getting people to believe in Christ through music. I thought that was my calling back then. And something else whispered in my ear and said, no, that ain't what you're here for, Mr. Henderson. Do something different. And have lost families, and have lost children for the Christhood, for the real priesthood, the priesthood that you know here, the priesthood that's been here all my life. It has nothing to do with the Catholic Church, Protestantism, any of the other things. That has to do with church. It has to do with what you know and feel in your heart. And what I know and I feel in my heart, folks, is way different than what they teach you in church. For what they teach you in church is to bow down to the government that's in charge of you because the kings and queens were placed there by God. No, they weren't. Not the Creator. Not the one that created the universe. They are placed there by Satan. Because this planet, this earth, is ran by Satan. And the proof is in the Bible. And Satan took Christ up on the mountain and said, all this that you see here, I will give to you if you bow down and worship me. It's what Satan said to Christ. Why would something that was lesser than Christ attempt to get him to worship him if he didn't think or been told, you are the God of this earth? Think about that one. But Christ came here to show us a different way. To show us a way back to God, the real God, the God of the universe, the God of creation. And I'm not going to Bible thump, because I believe that like 80-90% of that Bible was written by him, Satan, or corrupted by him. And if you go through the Vatican, and you go through the churches, and you look at the symbols and the signs in the churches, you'll understand why we're fighting wars against other people that want to be peaceful. They just want to be left the hell alone. But we can't leave them alone. The Americans can't leave them alone because we are the bullies of this earth. We are Satan's right-hand man. We are the ones that are out there killing and destroying other civilizations. And it needs to stop. And I don't think taking guns out of my hands is going to stop it. Nope. Because I'll die first. I will die before somebody takes my weapons to protect myself from other people. I'll die first. Not going to give them up. Not peacefully. I'll give you my guns one bullet at a time. And I'm a dead-on accurate aim. I teach people how to become dead-on accurate aims. And if somehow you get into my house and take my guns when I'm not here, you ain't got them all. I have plenty stashed everywhere. Lots of ammunition too. But it ain't for killing people that are fucking peaceful. It's for killing assholes that want to come take my shit. Test me. Or don't. Really don't want you to test me. I really want to bring y'all around and become real about this whole thing. So, you know, my brothers and sisters that are out there overseas, if you get to see this, please know I love you. And I love what you're doing for our country. Even though you've been duped into believing that you're doing it for, you know, the righteous reasons of liberty for other people, you're not. You're doing it for the almighty dollar. You're doing it for somebody else's pocketbook. So the first chance y'all get, come home. Stay home. Protect your people. Protect us as I'll protect you. Now I'm kind of digressing again, but H.W. Bush is a lying son of a bitch. That bastard needs to die and go to hell, period. End of story. I hope he doesn't ever come back to this planet, because I honestly believe that this planet is hell. That somehow I fucked up in a past life and got stuck here again. Now, I've had a lot of fun, but I want to go live in a different means that when I think it, it happens. I don't have to wait. You know, I just think it and it happens. Yeah. Well, I've taken a whole lot of time on this video. In the last video, I took a whole lot of time too. So, I just want you guys to think about some things. I'm only here to help you think. I'm only here to help you use that gray matter between these ears. Now, last video I told you to pull really hard down on those freaking ears until you hear that popping sound. Do it. Start using that gray matter, that 6 inches between your ears. Start looking at some of the video programs and other channels that I tell you about, because they'll enlighten you about some things. There's other stuff I'll be talking about next few videos. I've been talking a lot about this crap, this corruption, you know, these idiots out here that are trying to tell us, oh, we're going to come take your guns because you're crazy. Well, if I'm crazy for believing in freedom, come on. Milan Lobby. Come and take them. Come and take them. In the meantime, folks, I hope a whole bunch of you people out there start sharing these videos. Because like I said, I'm not making any money off these videos. I'm doing this to spread a message. And until next time, folks, you know what I'm going to say. Keep your wood.